There it is. Hi. Hello. Hi, Gabrielle. Welcome to chat. Hello, everybody. I hope you're all having a wonderful Thursday. I think it's Thursday. I don't know. Look at Piplup. Piplup just looks sad. Piplup looks like they've had a long day. Hang on. Oh, I didn't even notice the fucking dog's knocked over. My dog comes in here when I'm working, either on my classwork or on just like videos and stuff. He'll just come in here and fucking wreck the place. And I don't even notice half the time. Like, I came in here to like stream and I turned on the camera and there was just dogs, so many dogs. He has too many fucking toys. So many dog toys spread out around the floor. I didn't even clean them up. I just kicked them out of frame. He's gonna come back in here in like 2 hours anyway. He's just gonna wreck it again. I just slide him out of here. Now listen. I've had a day and I'm mad. I heard we were getting mad and I'm here for it. Look, it's healthy, okay? Sometimes you just need to be mad. And sometimes that when you can't fix the thing you're mad about and you just have to live with it, okay? We have to find other things to let it out on, okay? And I made a Google Doc. I made a Google Doc and just listed off things that piss me off, okay? Like little things, not big important shit, because that doesn't matter. I mean, there's a couple big important shit on there that we're gonna bring up throughout the stream, but, like, I just made a list of things that piss me off so I could just rant forever. But I also want to get suggestions from you guys on things that piss you off, and I'll rant about those too. Trust me, okay? I've got a fucking arsenal. I've got 22 years worth of anger issues built up inside me right now that I just want to, okay? I don't even think you guys heard that. I think that cut the mic. Hi, everybody. Are we ready for chaos? Are we ready? Are we ready to be? We're ready to be? Not the Google Docs. Look, honestly, I think solely in Google Docs, in Google Slides, and Sheets mainly. Now, hang on. I want to change the vibe up a little bit. Just for a minute. We'll come back to the 5 hours. Streamlabs can still be right. Maybe, because YouTube's running so slow. We're gonna put on just like a little bit calmer music for a second. Because before stream starts, and we get to the Minecraft portion of this, there is some slightly more serious stuff I want to talk about just for a second. I promise I'm not gonna bore you guys to death. I hope that was, I forgot to check how loud that was. It looks fine. No, I just opened Adobe. Oh, we're fucked. Hang on. No, please, cancel that action. Please, no. Please. It's gonna crash my whole computer. You guys hear Adobe's getting sued by the US government? I didn't even put that in the list, but fuck yeah! Get him! I'm the Adobe user, but still get him! It's very rare I side with the government on any issues. Please close. Please, we don't need to do the whole thing. It's gonna crash my computer. There we go. Okay, wait. No, it came back! I thought it was free! Okay, there we go. Okay. Music? Is it gonna play, or is it just gonna load? We have an ad. It's for Creative Cloud! It's like Adobe heard me talking shit. Okay, yeah, this is a little bit more laid back. So, yeah, fuck Adobe. I use it because I pay for it and it's the only program I know how to use and I'm afraid. I'm afraid of change. I also know how to use this other program, but it's a little bit more expensive. Maybe the music is a little bit loud. Does it sound fine? It's not yelling at you guys or anything? I hope not. Okay. So, just 2 things I want to touch on really fast before we get to the fun shit. Because I think, for one of them is just something you guys need to know. Well, not need to, but I'm choosing to tell you about. And the other I just think is important to discuss openly to erase stigma, okay? So first off, content, it's gonna be where it's at, okay? It's gonna be coming as it comes and it's gonna be going as it goes. And the reason for that is 2 separate things. The first thing that I think is, more obvious is I recently started up trying to get certified in my current field that I'm in. And because of that, I need to do a bunch of like online courses and stuff. And that takes a lot of time. And I recently got a deadline, which I hate. The way that the providing is being set up, I have until August to get this certification or I'm not going to be able to work. So until August at least, fucking I hope August, please, Creative Cloud, shut up! I don't even think you guys heard it, but it dinged in my ear. Until August, at least, content's gonna come out when it comes out, and it's gonna come out how it comes out, and it's gonna, because I have to prioritize, you know, getting paid. I gotta prioritize paying rent for a minute, so I'm gonna have to switch gears onto that track for a bit. And then the other thing, which is also, like, the other reason why content's gonna be coming out as it comes out, is hard to talk about, because I don't like talking about it, but I feel like it's important to talk about it, just because, you know, there's a big stigma surrounding it, and I want people to, like, the whole reason I got into this gig was to make it so that people don't feel alone, you know? So, yes, girl, get that back first. Yes, thank you. I appreciate that. But, I'm choking up already. My mental health has been absolutely shit. It has been so bad. I've got, and again, I don't like talking about this, so I'm gonna make this super brief. I've got, depression and anxiety. And I don't know why I mumbled it. Like, it's gonna change anything. And recently, mainly since I moved out and got into my own place, which I did to help my mental health, and it is helping it in some ways, I have been left with a lot of free time to face a lot of my issues. And because of that, because of the large decline, I am going to start trying to put dealing with those issues first, as you should, as everybody should. Please deal with your mental health before anything else. I'm gonna start putting that first. And sometimes that's going to cause, I'm gonna take a sip, because it sounds like I'm crying. I'm not crying. I'm gonna start putting that first. So, even above the schooling, because fuck that shit, honestly. And that's gonna also affect streamings. I'm not gonna stream if I don't want to. I'm not gonna make a TikTok if I don't want to. If I'm feeling down, I'm not gonna force a smile on my face for the camera. I felt that. I know about that struggle. But thank you so much, Gabrielle. I appreciate it. I have to tell myself that a lot. Like, I got this. In the end, I've been dealing with these issues my entire life. You know, like, it didn't just, like, appear one day. It didn't just appear a month ago. It comes and goes in waves. And big life changes usually knock me off my fucking feet. And this is all for the best. Moving into my own place is for the best. Living where I was in the situation I was in wasn't great. It wasn't healthy. And this is important to share with everybody. If you are thinking about making a choice if you make a big choice and you know it's what's best for you, and then you get there and you get into a state like this, that doesn't mean you made a bad choice. Sometimes it's just your body's way of responding to big changes. And that's how it is for me. So I'm just, going with the flow. And I'm going to get back into therapy as soon as my insurance kicks back on. But that's a side note for myself. I'm going to get back into therapy. I'm going to start talking through some of the things I'm feeling. I've been journaling a little bit. I got into knitting. Guys, knitting's hard. But it gives me something to do with my hands while I think to myself. I started hiking again. I think I might go on another hike this weekend. I went last weekend with my niece and nephew. That wasn't very fun. I love them. They're not built for hiking. They're indoor kids. But I'm gonna start, doing things that are good for my health that I want to do, And that hopefully will get me back on track to what I want to be doing. Because I do like doing this. I like streaming. I like making content. But there are other things in my life that I have to take care of, like myself and my education and my job. So I'm not gonna be gone. I'm not disappearing. Who knows? Maybe I won't change anything at all. But in my brain right now, the way I see the next month or two is myself, my mental health, education, and job. Those are the same thing. And then, family. And then streaming. I guess we gotta put family in there somewhere. Family and friends, whatever. And then streaming, but sometimes those two might swap depending on the mood. I had to burp. There we go. But yeah, that's the vibe. Those are the two big things I want to talk about before we got back to the funnies, But yeah, we'll switch back onto the funny music and we'll get Minecraft going. How long did I just talk for? Only 10 minutes. Thought I was gonna have to change my settings into a just chatting stream. Was not looking forward to that. But yeah, I just think it's important to talk about mental health. And, you know, since one of the reasons I got into streaming and stuff was because I had mental health issues in high school. And I started watching these, like, YouTubers mainly that, you know, made me feel like they made me laugh. And I wanted to be able to do that for other people. Do I have a Discord? I have a Discord, like, account, but I don't have, like, a server. I don't like the idea of giving people unlimited access to me all the time. You can have it though, Gabrielle. It's literally just my name. It's just okay, Jasmine. That's it. I can delete whoever I want. Okay, let's see. Did Minecraft crash? So far, so good. Let's switch over. Oh, don't crash. Oh, don't crash. Oh, no, thank you. Oh, please don't. Oh, I don't know. Is it okay? I'm also switching things around over here so I can see my list. I want my list of things to rant about. Guys, there's bulletin points. Big fair. Oh, I just love to server lurk. Haha. Yeah, I, was going to make one. Okay. If I was to make one, it would have to be, is it yelling at you guys like it's yelling at me? A little bit. I'm gonna turn it down. Just on my end, though, not on Streamlabs' end. So, the way I looked at it is if I was to make a server, I would need to have, like, an audience. I can't turn it down. I would need to have, like, an audience. Like, an audience, right? Because if there's enough people in there to entertain each other, I don't have to talk in it that much. I don't talk in Discord servers. Let's see. Currently, how many servers am I in? I know you guys are looking at a black Minecraft stream. Give me a minute. I'm in 1, 2, 3. I'm in 4 servers. I'm in 4 Discord servers. You want to know how many of them I talk in? 0. I don't think I've sent a single message in 3 of them. I don't remember playing this game. I don't remember where we are. I would like to click on it. It crashed! No! I lost. It was so good for a second there. I knew it was going to. I think the problem is that I, like, need to clean it. Like, physically. Like, the box itself, I think I need to clean it. I think that's the problem. Because Cassie just cleaned her computer. Yeah, my big thing is I'm just like, I'm not a Discord person. I don't have that vibe. I think, like I said, and I'm not talking like a big community. I'm talking just like in general, like 5 or so people that regularly would use it. If I had that, then they could entertain each other. The stream's about to get a little weird. Maybe just on my end, but it's opening. Minecraft is opening. We're gonna try it again. Remember that one time I was supposed to set up the server for you? It's been almost a year now. Yeah, if you want to blame anyone for me not having a Discord server, blame HP, because they said that I should get one, and I was like, fine, make me one, and they never did. I think I technically have one. Like, it's there. It's just not set up. Please open. Please open. We, like, summoned HP with that. HP always appears whenever anyone asks about a Discord server. They're like, yeah, my bad. I didn't put my lip tint. It looks okay, though. We're waiting around. While we're waiting around, why don't we get into the first thing that I'm absolutely fucking pissed about? And this shit's personal, okay? Right off the bat, there are bugs in my house. Not like gross kind. I mean, they're gross, but they're not like... They're the kind of bugs that almost everybody has in their house. Okay, so when we moved in, there were box elders, okay? You don't know what box elders. Fucking Google it. We are now on 17 minutes. This is a just chatting stream. I don't even know where Minecraft is anymore. Is it still opening? Fuck if I know. When we moved in, it started with box elders, okay? And box elders, gross little bugs, don't really do anything. They just kind of like exist. They don't even really, they fly, but not when you're looking. They just kind of hang out under curtains usually. They're like a little gross, but they're not gonna do anything to like hurt you. They're just gonna exist in your space. One day, all the box elders just disappeared. Cool. Didn't really like having them as roommates, if I'm being honest. Like I said, they weren't like too bad, but they were a little gross and they didn't pay rent, so they need to get the fuck out. Now the thing is that when the box elders evicted themselves, they got replaced with a new tenant, okay? And this tenant grosses me the fuck out. This tenant sends me into, like, bleh. Like, I'm sorry to anybody who doesn't like vomit sounds. That was a little bit mean. Sends me to a fucking fit, okay? Earwigs. Earwigs. Where the fuck did they come from? How do I get rid of them? Why are they here? Make them fucking stop. It's gross! It's gross. It's gross. It's gross. I'm grossed out. I'm not even moving on my end. That's not a very flattering angle. Come on, catch up. You can do it. Give the game a second to open. I'm gonna just start rocking my head back and forth until it catches up. Getting a little better. There I am. Hi. We're switching scenes. Oh my gosh, this is gonna be such a good stream. Pop this bad boy up. Pop this bad boy open. Everything looked good there. I hope so. Earwigs. Fucking disgusting! If you don't know what an earwig is, Google it right now. Look at these creepy ass fucking bugs. Did I have a I read the word nightmare. Did I like have a plan? Did I have a house? Is anybody here last time that knows what the fuck I was doing? I've only ever seen one once and it was crawling up my arm. That would make me cry. You wanna know what happened to me today? You wanna know what really set me off? I mean, besides the initial issues that I can't discuss and, you know, have to deal with, but like, don't have a way to deal with. I was getting ready for stream. Got this water bottle, right? Use it every stream. Put my Red Bull in it. Makes it easier to drink because it's got a straw. Okay? I got my drink, getting it ready. I grabbed the lid out of the dish drainer, and inside the lid, inside this part, with the straw, it's an earwig, and it crawls out onto my hand, and I literally just throw it. I just throw the lid, and the earwig disappears. And that was the moment I realized that we had a problem, okay? Because, like, I had seen a couple of them hanging about here and there. Not really causing any issues, just kind of like they were like on a dining room chair or hanging out like on the table or something like that. Like nothing too bad. And then all of a sudden I see this one inside my lid. Exactly. I freaked out. I screamed. And I don't scream. I was gonna say I'm not a screamer, but I decided I didn't want that clipped anywhere. I hear a zombie. I don't know where he is, but I hear him. Guys, I don't remember what I was doing. I didn't, like, have a house, right? Like, this was just... But yeah, earwigs. Fucking disgusting. I immediately... Like, my roommate had discussed how they had seen a couple of them, like hanging about and was upset about it, and I'm just like, the bugs. Listen, I know! Okay, I know! I deep cleaned that shit after, though. Fucking boiling hot water. Had to put on the soap gloves. Like, it was What if it was just in the straw? Think about this, okay? I caught it. What if I didn't? What if it was like in the straw lid, like the top of the straw, and I didn't see it? And the way I'm gagging thinking about it. The way I find out that it's there is by taking a fucking sip. Imagine if that happened to me. I'm crying at the thought. We're gonna live here. I like it. I don't know if we had a house. Also, I think I see your request. You did, and I accepted it. We're friends now, Gabrielle. You don't actually have a choice. You're gonna get my random memes sometimes, just because I send them to everybody. That's just life. Okay, we live here. We live here. I don't even fucking care. We live here. Okay. So, I googled how to get rid of earwigs. Okay? And they're like, olive oil and soy sauce. If that's what you want, that's gonna help, right? And I'm like, okay, perfect. I don't fucking know. You know what I don't have? Either of those ingredients. I got vegetable oil. And my roommate has soy sauce. So I messaged her up and I'm like, it's time to get rid of them. And she's like, thank fuck you're on board now. Forced friendships. Honestly, forced friendships are the only... I only exist through forced friendships. It's like a hobby. Yeah. Felt. I only exist through forced friendships. Every single friend I have is a forced proximity friend. HP and I would not be friends if he wasn't dating my sister. Send help. Yeah. HP and I would not be friends if he wasn't dating my sister. Ren and I wouldn't be friends if Ren wasn't, like, the sweetest person in existence and continued to talk to me even though I was really bad at communicating. Kessie's my friend because she's my sister and can't get rid of me. My friend Josie and I, this is a really fun story before we get back to ranting about things that make us mad. So, we go into this school, okay? And Josie's been my best friend since we were in 8th grade, okay? We went to this school that was, like, the middle school was on one side of the road and the high school was on the other side of the road. And our art class was across the street in the middle school. So we'd be, like, in school and high school. And then for art class, we had to walk across the street in 5 minutes or less, by the way. They didn't change our walk time. If you were late, you were fucking late. Go to the bathroom during a different class. Okay? That's something I'm mad about. Give me a little bit of chance, of leniency. I was like 12. 13 max. And you know, they make me sprint. Like, what if, I was really lucky and I had, like, gym or something. I think it was choir, actually, right before art class. I just walk out the back door. Like, I didn't have to go all the way through the building. I just walk out that. Why are you pushing me? No, you're fucked. I don't do violence. I do a lot of violence, but I'm gonna, you know, fuck you. I'm not gonna fuck you. We had a conversation about that a couple streams ago. Anyway. What was I saying? Oh, Josie and I both had the same art class. We both had to walk across the street to get to our art class. And I did not know who this girl was. I had been going to school there for about a year at this point, and I didn't have any friends. I was not a talker. I wasn't really into the whole high school experience. I had already moved schools, I think about 9 times at this point, and I was at that stage, and this is a stage that every kid who moves a lot will eventually get to, where it's like, what's the point of talking to anybody when I'm gonna move in like a month anyway, and have to start all over. That was the vibe. That's where we were at this stage in my life, okay? So I was just kind of done, right? And then I'm walking to art class, and all of a sudden, this person comes up behind me, and they're like, hey. No, that was the next day. Sorry, let me rewind. They're walking in front of me, actually, and it's Josie and this other friend who now goes by Ro, okay? And Ro and Josie are walking in front of me, and Ro says to Josie, what if we get hit by a car? I know how I would act if I got hit by a car. I probably would turn very Canadian. And they're like, I would get hit, and I would be like, oh, I'm sorry, I dented your car, I didn't mean to. Is there anything I can do to fix it? And I hear this. I'm a little bit behind. I'm hearing them say this. And I start laughing, okay? And Josie didn't laugh, okay? But I laughed. And this gave Ro all they needed. They're like, captive audience. And they automatically walk back and they're like, hey, you're Jasmine, right? And I'm like, yeah, I'm Jasmine. And they're like, wait until you hear the rest of this. And they just start spewing the funniest shit. Ro to this day is one of the funniest people I know, okay? I haven't spoken to Ro in a couple of years, actually, but because Ro moved away. But, to this day, I still think of Ro as one of the funniest fucking people I know. Absolute hoot and a holler, glad to meet. They remind me of Ren, actually. But yeah, that's how I met Josie, was through that forced proximity, because then Ro wanted to be around me all the time because I was a great audience, okay? I found everything that came out of their mouth funny. I want cobblestone is why I'm bouncing around like an idiot. But I don't want to, like, dig. But yeah, so, because Ro wanted to spend so much time with me, Josie and Ro were best friends, so I got stuck. And then, listen, okay? Josie, this is how Josie and I became best friends, okay? Because at this point, Josie didn't, like, talk to me a whole lot. Josie was just like, okay, like, here's this random, like, girl who's hanging around my friend, and, like, barely says a word, but whatever, right? That's the way Josie viewed me at this point, okay? She actually, if you ask her today how she felt about me in 8th grade, before, like, she got to know me, she'd say, honestly, Jasmine acted like a stuck-up bitch. That is what she said. I asked her, I'm like, what were your thoughts when you met me? Because I thought that she was just, like, shy and, like, you know, a little bit, like, reserved. I'm like, that's fine. Everybody's got that vibe. That's kind of how I was feeling at that point. And she's like, when I met you, I thought you were a bitch. And I'm like, oh. I mean, we're allowed to have those opinions. Weird flex, but okay, right. But yeah, that's how Josie and I met. But then, Josie, we're sitting in art class, we're all sitting at the same table. And Josie invites Ro to come stay the night for the weekend. And they were gonna, like, watch this new show that had just came out, or maybe it wasn't new, it was just a show they both wanted to watch. And Ro was like, yeah, that sounds super fun. Can Jasmine come? And I'm like, fuck. And Josie just kind of looks at me for a second, and she goes, yeah, Jasmine can come too, I guess. And I'm like, fuck! Because even in 8th grade, I knew when I wasn't wanted, okay? But I was like, yeah, sure. And I asked my mom was like, yeah, you can go over, like, whatever. And then I get there, and I knock on the door, and Josie's like, oh, hey. And I'm like, hey. And she's like, so, Ro couldn't come. And I'm like, oh. And she's like, so, I guess it's just you and me for the weekend. And I'm like, yeah. We love being a third wheel. No, because look, they canceled. So I'm like, yeah, I guess it's just you and me. But over that weekend, we actually, like, got to talking, and we, like, bonded over shows and stuff. Because I hadn't actually been on the internet a whole lot up until I met Josie at this point. Like, I had just been introduced to YouTube, and, like, PewDiePie and stuff like that. And Josie was actually really into that kind of stuff. And she introduced me to alternative music. And I became a little metalhead. But yeah, that's how Josie and I met. And after that weekend, her and I were inseparable, stuck at the hip for almost all of high school, okay? I remember, like, spending whole summers at Josie's house. That was super cool. To this day, one of my best friends. I called her for, like, an hour today to rant about the shit that I can't talk about. She really is. Yeah, that's just great. Now, look, I'm supposed to be mad. How did this even get brought up? I'm supposed to be mad. I feel like you're not really best friends if you don't hate each other when you first meet. Or at least one of you hates the other. Because I didn't hate Josie. I thought Josie was just like, you know, a kid. A kid with, like, a little bit of shy thing going on. You know, nothing worth hating. Hating sounds like a big word. The bugs. Bugs. Okay, look. Earwigs are not the worst bugs I've had in my house, but they're definitely the most disgusting. And I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I made these traps, right? And I set them up like I'm being shot at. I'm being shot at. Panic, panic, run, 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 panic, run. Ah. I don't even know if you guys could hear the game or not. Wow. We're safe. I heard the drown, and I'm scared. Okay. Burn? Is it just gonna hang out down there? Where was it? Okay, we gotta locate the drown, because we can't be afraid to walk along the shore forever. It's got a trident, though, so maybe we should just be afraid. I don't see him. Oh, I see his tridents, though. He was over here, it looks like. He's still throwing, he's still throwing, he's still throwing. I can't see him, but he's throwing things. Oh wait, there he is. Oh, he's fucking cocky, this bro. I don't have anything to shoot him with. I kind of want his stick, though. Bro is still trying to throw shit? I'm all the way up here. But yeah, that's the bugs, okay? Now, the next thing on the list, we're moving down. I'm not good at segues, so we're just gonna accept. We get globe spiders all around our house. If we don't spray every few weeks, and spiders make me want to die. Oh, dude, spiders are the worst. We got jumping spiders. Where the fuck is Susan? Penelope. What did HP name the fucking spider? Okay, we're gonna move the guitar, and we're gonna see if Penelope's still there. Penelope is gone. There's a big-ass spider in my office. I hope it's dead. Who knows? HP affectionately named it Penelope, I think. I can't remember. I'm not good with names. Even my own spider. Okay, so we were gonna make a shovel. We're gonna start flattening land, if I remember correctly. I don't fucking keep really good track of information, though, in my head. So anyway, next thing on the list is the government. Now, that's not as lighthearted as some of the topics we're going to discuss today, but it's a big one. I think I have actually 3 things on this list that have to do with the government. Apparently, I'm really mad at the government. Gonna lurk and work on some editing. Okay, Gabrielle, thank you. Thank you for the lurk. Have fun with your editing and good luck. Can't wait to see it. Whatever you make. I like your TikToks. So, the government. The biggest thing about the government, that is not what I wanted to make. I got too busy talking. Y'all got me going. Okay, so. My birthday's next month. My birthday's next month. Do you know what that means? Do you know what my thought, every time somebody says, oh, your birthday's next month, or oh, what are you doing for your birthday? Do you want to know what my brain does? You wanna know what being an adult, I think I discussed this a little bit already. You wanna know what my brain does as an adult? Hearing that my birthday's next month, it goes, your tags are due. Why? Why are they doing this to me? What in their sick brains made them go, you want to ruin every adult's birthday? Everybody, if you have a car, your birthday is ruined. Why? I don't get it. And I'm mad at it. And it's not even, like, cheap. It was like, oh, you know, you spend, like, 20 bucks. You get your tags renewed. Da, 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 da. Like, I think last year mine was, like, almost 200 bucks to get my tags renewed. What the fuck? What the fuck? Why would they do that? Just, like, in general. And, like, this isn't as long of a rant as some of the things on this list. But, like, what are you gaining? Money. They just want my money. I know that. They're gaining money. But still, like, I don't want to. That's like all my savings money for this month is gonna go towards getting my tags renewed. You know how annoying that is? Donate now so you can give me an early birthday present. Oh, getting my tags renewed. Help me keep my job by being able to drive. You know how it. But yeah, that's just, I'm genuinely have been like, because people have brought it up. Like today, I think it got brought up like twice. Like, because there's a calendar in my job that has everybody's birthday, and somebody was like, oh, your birthday's next month, that's so cool, what are your plans? And I'm like, renew my fucking tags, ideally. So I'm gonna forget. I'm gonna forget. I can bring it up every single time, and I'm gonna forget. It's gonna be my birthday, and I'm gonna be like, fuck! Tags. Ain't shit I can do about it. Just have to be mad. Still have to renew my tags. I'm gonna get pulled over, and last time I got pulled over, I cried, so... Not very good at confrontation, apparently. And then, leading into that, another thing about the government that's been upsetting me lately is the housing market. And you can say that the government has nothing to do with the housing market. You would be wrong. That might actually be the problem, actually, if we were thinking about it. The problem is that the government doesn't have anything to do with the housing market, and it probably should. I'm not saying the government should be in charge of the housing market, absolutely not. But it could put a couple regulations down. Like maybe, and don't assassinate me for bringing this up, maybe, just fucking maybe, they can make it so that large businesses can't buy a whole bunch of rental properties for double what they're actually worth. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe that's an out-of-pocket experience, but I don't think that BlackRock or like Rockefeller or the other big wigs, okay? I don't know if BlackRock's the right name. I know Rockefeller's right because I studied the Great Depression in school. Hey! But yeah, those people, I don't think they should be able to buy thousands upon thousands of rental properties, okay? I don't think that should be a thing. You know, because I watched this TikTok that explained it really well. Imagine you had 10 bananas, and I'm gonna directly quote this TikTok, but I'm so sorry. I don't remember who made the TikTok. I'm not built that way, okay? But their analogy went something like this, where it was like, imagine you had 10 bananas, and you have to sell all 10 bananas by the end of the day. What are you gonna do? You're gonna price them low, so you can make sure that the bananas are gone by the end of the day. Okay, so you're selling these bananas for like, let's say 50 cents a pop. And you'd start doing that, and all your bananas are sold within the first hour. You are stoked. This banana business thing is going better than you thought, okay? You are actually looking forward to the next day. The next day you're like, let me just like raise my prices up. Let's start selling these bananas for like $2. Let's see how that go. $2 a banana, which is just like a little crazy already, but $2 a banana. You saw it by morning, like before lunch, before noon, all your bananas are gone. Like, that's fucking crazy, okay? And you're like, okay, maybe I could keep selling these bananas, and I can keep raising the prices. You get to the point where you're selling bananas for $10 a banana, and people are still buying them. And you're like, oh my gosh, I can keep going. Like, like, you're, at this point, you know, you're selling them all out by the end of the day. But still, like, 20 bananas for $10, that's like a lot of money. They're like $200 a day. I don't actually know if that's a lot of money or not, but still, you're gonna be like, yeah, this is the good shit. And you're like, let me raise it up just a little bit more, up to like $12, and all of a sudden, people stop buying those bananas. They're like, $12 a banana. I already have a banana, or like, I just simply can't afford a banana. Especially when I can just borrow this banana from this guy for like a lot less. Like, why would I go out of my way to spend all that? Like, I don't think it's realistic for me to be able to afford a $12 banana at any point in my life, no matter how much I save. And the bank keeps offering me to, like, get a banana, right? They want to give me a loan to buy a banana, but they're only willing to give me, like, $8 for a banana. And that means I gotta supply the other, like, $4 for myself, and I just don't have that kind of money, right? So I'm like, I guess I just don't get a banana. And now, you're not selling out of bananas by the end of the day, like you're supposed to be. You still got, like, 10 bananas left by the end of the day. And, you know, like, 10 bananas isn't a big deal, except for that 10 bananas keep stacking up. Now you got, like, 80 bananas. Because it's been, like, 8 days where you're only selling out half your bananas. And you're like, dang, I gotta do something. So what are you gonna do? You're gonna lower your price, okay? And that's what is eventually supposed to happen to the housing market, okay? Where, you know, they started raising the prices up. And now that the prices are super high, and people aren't buying, they're gonna have to lower them back down, right? That's a realistic expectation. The thing is that here I am with these bananas for, you know, at this point, like $12 a pop, and guess who's still buying the bananas? This one super fucking rich guy is still continuing to buy my bananas. And why is he buying them? Because he's making more money long term for renting the bananas out. And am I gonna stop selling them to him? No, because he's paying my fucking mortgage, you know? This dude's taking my houses off my hands and making it so I don't have 80 bananas in my inventory anymore, okay? He's helping me out. And so that's what's happening to the housing market, is people are buying, like, big rich guys are buying out all the houses so that, you know, they don't have to lower their prices because they're gonna get bought. And I lost the train. Hang on. So people are buying the houses and they're getting bought, and we're getting left with nothing because no one cares about the modern people. That's something I'm mad about. This is something I'm very mad about. Speaking of the US government and how we should probably do something about that. That's a side note. Did you hear that it's getting sued? Like, I know the US government is suing Adobe. It's fine. See no evil, hear no evil, okay? Okay. I think they're leaving. I think it's fine. Let them leave in peace. We don't even have a house, guys. We can't fight these fuckers. It's simply not possible. Like, we'll lose. I keep on leaning. I need to be told to sit back, please. Thank you. What was I talking about? Hi. Oh, I actually want to switch scenes for this, because I got a very good TikTok that I want to show you guys, actually, because I saved it. The US government is getting sued by TikTok, because the US government set up this ban, and this is something I'm very passionate about, because I love creating on TikTok. It is how I built most of my audience. It's how I got to where I am. I know I'm not very far, but it still has given me that opportunity to do that, right? So I'm, like, very passionate about making sure that they win this. I'm not gonna be able to do anything, but I want them to win this. Let's go into studio mode so that you guys can see what I want to show you. This is probably gonna crash Minecraft, but it's fine. Hang on. We're gonna go over here. We're gonna duplicate this scene. No. Hang on, I didn't set this up. I know, I'm bad. Okay, duplicate that. Open it here. Yes, that, I know. It's okay, you get to stare at my face. Okay. This too. Pull this up. Window capture. I gotta show you the TikTok. Add source. Settings. Capture the Google Doc setting. There you go. You guys can see my Google Doc. It's okay. Nothing particularly interesting is happening there. Not all the way. Wait. Oh, wait. That is all the way. Okay, that's fine. Move back. Move back. There we go. Okay, so this is what you guys are gonna get to see. Let me switch over to the TikTok. We'll crop out. Hang on. We'll crop out some stuff. So you guys don't need to see my top bar. I'm a professional streamer. I don't know what you mean. I do great things. No, not that. Please. No. Is my Minecraft not paused? Because I just heard a sheep. There we go. Okay, it's gonna look a little wonky. I have to check and make sure Minecraft paused. It is not paused. I am bad. Make that go away. Alright, ready? Set. TikTok. This TikTok is made by Liz R. Millard, or I don't know how to say it. She's the news girl, okay? She makes news content. And I watch a lot of her videos, and she was talking about how how TikTok has decided to sue the U.S. government. And we're gonna watch it real quick, and then we'll get back to our Minecraft so I can talk about what I heard in the video, how it makes me feel, and what I think about it, okay?
TikTok just came out swinging against the federal government. Both the company
Hang on, I want to make sure it's loud enough. We'll turn it up a little bit. I want you guys to be able to hear it.
and 8 U.S.-based TikTok creators filed their opening briefs with the U.S. TikTok just came out swinging against the federal government. Both the company and 8 U.S.-based TikTok creators filed their opening briefs with the U.S. Court of Appeals in Washington, D.C. today. They are asking the court to step in and rule that the Protecting Americans Against Foreign Adversary Controlled Applications Act, overwhelmingly passed by Congress and signed into law by President Biden, is unconstitutional. They want the law which forces ByteDance to either sell its interest in U.S.-based TikTok or face a ban on January 19th, 2025, stopped now. In TikTok's 99-page brief, yes, I read the whole thing, TikTok gives a laundry list of laws they say Congress crossed with this piece of legislation. They say, never before has Congress silenced so much speech in a single act. Congress reached for a sledgehammer without even considering if a scalpel would suffice. Now, before I get into all of this, if you want to read the actual briefs and all the never-before disclosed documents that TikTok
Here's her plug.
I will email them all out to you tonight in my News Girl News Roundup email, so make sure you sign yourself up. Okay, in TikTok's brief today, TikTok says this law is a flagrant violation of the First Amendment, not only of the free speech rights of the 170 million U.S. users, but also a First Amendment violation because Congress is treating TikTok differently than any other foreign adversary-controlled application, which they say is an equal protections violation. Lawmakers who support this law said TikTok was a national security threat because it could be used as a propaganda tool of the Chinese Communist Party because of its Chinese-based parent company, ByteDance. TikTok's brief says that's ridiculous for several reasons. One, they say it's absurd because of the $2 billion Project Texas security system on U.S. soil, which puts up a firewall to protect U.S. user data. And two, even if foreign propaganda was somehow on the platform, the Supreme Court ruled in the 1965 Lamont case that foreign propaganda is still considered protected speech under the First Amendment. TikTok's brief says, Congress asserts the power to control the information Americans can receive, whether it originates abroad or within the United States, a clearly improper purpose. Congress, thus, has no legitimate interest in insulating Americans from divisive narratives, whether or not that is called propaganda. Policing disinformation and misinformation is no less suspect, subject to narrow, well-established exceptions not applicable here. Speech does not lose First Amendment protection because the government deems it untrue. TikTok also argues this law is a violation of Article 1 of the Constitution, the Bill of Attainder Clause, which states that Congress cannot single out a specific person or group with legislative punishment. Now, if you look at the actual law, yes, the title says foreign adversary controlled applications, which is a broad group. But if you look at the text of the law, it singles out TikTok and ByteDance several times. The brief also says the law is a violation of the Fifth Amendment's so-called takings clause, which says the U.S. government cannot take private property for public use without proper compensation. TikTok's brief goes on to say this law is wild with speculation, but scarce on the facts. They argue that lawmakers who supported this bill gave multiple reasons why it was necessary, but never showed any actual proof of any national security threat. They say lawmakers ignored the years of work that TikTok did with the U.S. government to come up with a solution to these lawmakers' concerns. In fact, for the first time ever, TikTok has disclosed the actual national security agreement they worked on with the Biden administration, an agreement the Biden administration walked away from, saying it wasn't good enough. The brief argues this law sets a dangerous precedent, allowing the political branches to target a disfavored speech platform and force it to sell or be shut down. The Constitution does not allow Congress to single out one speech platform, make no findings, announce no justifications, ignore less restrictive alternatives, and discriminate based on speaker and content. Next month, we will get a response brief from the U.S. government, which will give all the reasons why the government says this law is constitutional and the courts should stay out of it. Then we will hear oral arguments in the Washington, D.C. appeals court on this case on September 16th. TikTok just came out swinging.
What I fucking said! I'm so thankful that TikTok is saying no, because listen, this isn't just about me not wanting my little fucking clock app to disappear, okay? It says little to nothing to do about it. That is everything that they're listing and their fucking thing, like I'm not good with big words. Everything that they said there is exactly what I have been saying since I found out that this was the plan, okay? Because it's not fair. It's about to crash. I'm gonna reopen it while I talk. Yep, there it goes. Okay, it's not fair that they think that they have the right to limit our freedom of fucking speech. It's freedom of speech and press, okay? It's not even it's a social media platform, so it's not actually considered press, but the people who use it are considered press. And it's fucking bullshit that they decided to go about this, and the fact that so many of Congress signed it should be so fucking concerning to so many people. So concerning. Because it really, and this is what I genuinely, it comes down to wanting to control the information that the US citizens have access to. And that is completely against what this country was meant to be in the first place. So good for TikTok. Win on their end for coming up with this, and the creators involved. I don't even know the creators involved. I kind of want to know them. I hope. Hopefully none of them are like controversial. Hopefully we're not dropping a Dream. I don't think Dream makes TikToks, but hopefully we're not dropping Dream into the mix there. US-based creators. Let me think of a couple US-based TikTok creators that I could think of off the top of my head. And I could be wrong, because some of them I found out are Canadian. Like the Lighthouse Films, I think is the name of their account. Love their shit, okay? Canadian. There's somebody else who I found out was Canadian. I'm like, the fuck? Creators? They have a choice. Like, they somehow picked. They picked to be Canadian. They were picked to be born in Canada. How dare they? What were they thinking? Get ready for a big lag spike as Minecraft reopens. Because this is becoming more and more a just chatting stream. No. Wait. Come back. Work. Do it now. Where are you? There it is. I'm like, start working. So yeah, that's the biggest part of my rant. I don't want to, I think it just crashed again. It crashed again! No! Yeah, we're gonna try again. I mean, I can just keep talking for a little while and call this the end. But I got so much more. I got so much more to discuss. I put this up, right? Yeah. It'll open back up eventually. Okay. I got a list. We're only 5 things down on my list of things that I'm pissed off about today. I have to pee and I have to stop drinking this because if I keep drinking it, I'm not gonna have any for Saturday. And we're supposed to stream on Saturday. I don't know, why? Do we want to do another horror game and chill night? I know, I said I was gonna start calming down and then I continue to stream. I don't know, I like doing this shit. I like talking to myself. I'm kidding. Hi. Hello. Stop pausing chat. There we go. Wait, no, bring back my stuff. Okay, we're good. I'm just living my best life. We're waiting for Minecraft to open. But yeah, I'm really happy to hear that TikTok is suing the US government. I'm also happy to hear that the US government is suing Adobe because the fuck? Did you guys hear about it? I didn't even know. I have Adobe and I didn't know about their cancellation fees. And I'm usually pretty good about reading that shit or researching into it, okay? I got Adobe because I heard a couple people who I followed and was like really into, I heard that they use Adobe and I was like, okay, so that's the program, like that's the people I want to be like, so like this is the program I should use because they make good shit, right? Like I like the stuff they make, so I should make stuff using their stuff, right? And then I hear about all these cancellation fees. I've already had it for over a year, so if I wanted to cancel right now, I could, and I shouldn't have an issue, I don't think. I think they said it was like after a year you were fine with the cancellation fees, but still, like, I hate subscriptions. We're switching to that. I hate subscriptions. I think it makes sense for some things. Streaming services. Streaming services should have subscriptions because the subscriptions pay for the new content, okay? The new content that's coming out all the time. But, like, I don't know. Some shit's just dumb. I don't think video games should have subscriptions. I think that's weird. I mean, if you want to pay for your bonus content, like skins and stuff like that, like that's battle passes, like that's fine. I think, like in a way, like, you know, you don't need it to play the game, but I think that like if you buy a game, that should be it. I don't think that you should have to pay money to use like a platform though. Like I don't think you should need Xbox. I don't think Xbox Live makes sense. I already pay for internet. Why do I need to pay to use the internet? I don't think that PlayStation Network makes sense. The fuck, right? Like this is a genuine concern for me. Subscriptions have gone insane, okay? Netflix was like, let's use a subscription-based platform. Let's make a subscription-based platform that creates, you know, like releases movies and TV shows and shit like that. And that makes sense, because like I said, you're paying for the new shit that's coming out. But then you got like, and like Xbox, like the games and stuff that comes with some Xbox passes, like that's different. Alright, that makes sense. But I shouldn't need the platform in order to play online games. That's weird. That's a weird flex. That just feels like money grabbing at a certain point. And I know like it's a business and that's kind of the whole point. But I feel like you can own a business and not be a prick. Am I wrong? Does money really ruin everybody? I hope money doesn't ruin everybody, because I would like to have money one day. That sounds pretty nice. Being able... I want to be, like, middle-aged white dad rich. You know? Like, I'm talking 2007 middle-aged white dad rich. There's a video that... this is based off a song I heard by... Their name is Dez, but I can't for the life of me think of their fucking TikTok handle. But they made a song called 07 middle-aged white dad rich, and that's all I strive to be. I'm not looking to be like a millionaire or anything, but I would like to have like life insurance. Not life insurance. Retirement fund. That's what I was looking for. I'd like to have a retirement fund. I'd like... Which way do we want our house to face? Do we want it to face over the hill? I think that'd be cute. Do it like right here. Build up over to the side. Do we want to do like spires? Spires could be cute. Is that the vibe? Are we doing spires? I feel like we just did a spire. We have the land. Now what? Now what are we thinking? Do we want to live in a mushroom house? Mushroom house means we need cement. I know how to do that. Right? How do I make cement? I'm gonna need a crafting table, that's for sure. I mean, there's sand right there. How hard can it be? Concrete. Not cement. Okay, so like, I kind of want to live in a mushroom. What if, or a tree? What if we made a giant tree house? Oh, I was thinking of doing that on a server though. Mushroom could be cool. Do we just want to live inside a pig's head? That feels on brand. Or a chicken. We could live inside a chicken head. That could be cool. What am I thinking? That could be cool. I kind of want to build like a nice house though. What if we, okay, what if I just built a nice house? What if I didn't make it a meme? What if I just build like a decent place, a decent livable environment, and then like worked from there? What if we tried that for once? I think we're gonna do that. I think we're just gonna build like a nice house. We build a nice house, and then we can make all the funny animal heads. Whoa, a hole! I like holes. Let's go exploring. Hello? Is there anything in here? No, it's just, that's weird. Looks like a worm dug through here. Am I in that episode of SpongeBob with the fucking worm? The weird, like, ground mole, like, thing? I don't remember what they're called. Am I there? Is the point I'm trying to make? Let me up! There you go. Interesting. I like it. I want to complete the circle. Oval? Shape. It's definitely a shape. Anywho, moving on. What was I talking about? I think I moved into a topic that's not on my list, and I forgot. I got distracted by a hole. Let's clear our inventory. Okay, moving on, I guess, since I can't remember what I was discussing in the first place. Do we want to go mining? I feel like we need, like, a house first. Let's go ahead. You know how we had the shed? Let's build a little shed. And we're probably gonna move the shed, or I could put the shed, like, a little out of the way. Eventually, this whole mountain's probably gonna be gone. Just for, like, aesthetic reasons. Where to build a shed? What if we put it, like, in the water? No, because we're gonna get killed by a drowned. We'll just put the shed, like, right here for now. Just a basic little, like, the dirt. Oh, remember the dirt dome? It's not a dirt house, it's a dirt home. Dirt dome, it's not a dirt house, it's a dirt home. We'll make like a little tiny square, little box. Simplistic, helpful. A place to go when you don't have anywhere else to go. Sit up, Jasmine. Hello. I got tired, can you tell? I lost. It's really nice to know an hour is about where I'm just like, ooh. Let's get to the next thing on my list that pisses me off. Cancel culture. And in parentheses next to it, it says kinda. I like cancel culture. A little bit. In some places, I think it's reasonable, okay? I think that if somebody does anything absolutely atrocious, then yeah, they should probably lose their platform. Alright? I'm talking about people who, like, come out as, like, you gotta watch the words you use here, but I'm sure you can use your imagination. Think of, like, the worst people, alright, who have done the worst things. They should probably lose their platform. They should probably be all done, okay? They should probably do more than that, though. They should probably go to jail, okay? And, you know, I'm like, okay? Like, that seems pretty clear. I'm not arguing that. But there are some people who do, like, not great things, but, like, I guess the word I'm looking for is forgivable. But I get that, like, it might not be forgivable for everybody, okay? But there are some people who do not great things, who need to atone for the mistakes that they've made. And they need, you know, reflection, okay? And you get to those people. And you get to them, like, fixing themselves. I mean, fixing themselves is a bit of a stretch, but, like, going through the effort to try to, like, atone, I guess, for their negative actions and the effects that it had on others. And you get hate still. Like, people are still gonna... And, you know, you don't have to... forgive isn't feel like the right word, because it's not always your... Like, it's not your, like, place to forgive them. You don't have to like them. I guess is the point it comes to. You don't have to like... But I feel like society recently, with the cancel culture, has come to the point where you're forgetting a very basic, like, preschool lesson, where 2 wrongs don't make a right. And this really goes for, like, almost any... Even if the person hasn't atoned for their wrongdoings and is continuing to do them, okay? And obviously, again, I'm excluding horrible, horrible things, like murder or assault. Like, like, those are obviously different, but I still think that there's a line that you shouldn't cross as a human being talking about another human being. Okay? I don't think that you should tell people to go off themselves in video games for Twitch, by the way. I don't think you should say that you wish people were, you know, not here anymore. Especially for, like, again, I say, things that aren't really as big as they're making them out to be. And I'm not discussing any specific situation or anything on the internet, okay? I'm just talking in general. I've seen it for a lot of different situations where somebody does something bad. That's bad. You shouldn't do bad things. And because they do bad things, that makes people think that it's okay to become a monster. Somebody does something bad. Ew. So I'm gonna be worse. Like, I'm gonna cause even more problems and be an awful human being. I'm gonna say shit about this person that could, one, trigger people who have nothing to do with it because you're being public on the internet about your disdain. Because nobody can keep their fucking opinions to... I don't know. I see the redundancy in me saying that as I talk on the internet. Okay. It's not lost on me. I'm just saying that in this specific situation, and this is something that I hold very, like, you know, dear to my heart as well. When I stream, and I've discussed this a bit privately, but I don't think I've brought it up too much on streams. When I stream, when I make content, I am a different person. Not like a different person, but I behave differently than I would if, say, I was playing a game with, like, my best friend, okay? I can make certain jokes with my best friend, and I can say these things, and I know that I'm not hurting her because I know her. And she can make those jokes back. And we could say these things to each other, and we know that we're not hurting anybody because it's just us. And we're not, like, you know, we know each other's boundaries and limits. You know whose limits I don't know? Every single person on the internet who has a right to open up my stream. I don't know those. I don't. So I tend to go out of my way a little bit to make sure I'm not making jokes that could make people uncomfortable. So I don't always succeed at that. And there's some things that I, you know, have decided, oh well on, and, like, you don't have to click on it. But I still am gonna make sure that I'm not saying or doing anything that's outright rude. Okay? Because I know the internet. Well, I don't know the internet. That's the whole point. I don't know the internet. I don't know the internet. I don't know who's watching right now. I don't know. I mean, I could probably glance and look, but that feels a little weird. I feel like it's weird when I check, like, because sometimes I will check to see if, like, HP's still in chat when I say shit, right? I feel like I feel weird when I do that, but, like, I'm not trying to be weird, but it feels weird, you know? I feel like you're not supposed to. Let people watch in private, you know? But yeah, that's kind of what it comes, like, I know me and my friends' boundaries. I don't know the whole world's. So I'm not gonna make certain jokes because I don't want to hurt anybody. And when you say shit negatively towards somebody that you don't like because of a mistake that they made, it just feels wrong. When you say some shit, some triggering shit, okay, I'm talking, like, I can't even fully discuss without violating TOS some of the things I've heard said Like, somebody does something bad. And they get called the worst things, okay? They get, you know, told to do horrible, horrible things to themselves. They say that, like, they want horrible things to happen to their families and loved ones who have little to nothing to do with the actual situation. And it really pisses me off. It really bothers me. It is okay to not like somebody. It is okay to not agree with somebody's choices. It's okay to think that somebody is a bad person, okay? I don't think it's okay to be a bad person because of it. Just because you think that what somebody did is bad, okay? And even if the person, for sure, even if it's not a I think, it's a I know that something that somebody did is bad, that doesn't make it okay for you to be bad, okay? I guess that's just kind of, that's the point I'm trying to get across. That's my thing with cancel culture, okay? And also, like, then, if it's something that's, like, forgivable, or I guess, again, not forgivable, because most of the time it's not you who has to forgive them. This is a whole separate issue with a whole separate human being, or human beings. Like, if they're, like, people take it so personally. People take these wrongings personally, and they go out of their way to continue to spread hate. You're spreading hate. And it's okay to, like, talk about what the person did and be upfront and, like, person or group. It's okay to talk about what they did. It's okay to talk about, like, how that, like, you know, spreading factual information about the stuff that you know. But I feel like there's a line. And I feel like a lot of people cross it. And I feel like that really pisses me off. It makes me very upset. Do we like cobblestone on cobblestone? No. I'm gonna keep it, though. No, I'm not. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Do we want, like, a plain wood paneling? That's not gonna break it. But yeah, I don't know. I saw a lot of really gross stuff on the internet recently. A lot of stuff that really, like, makes me question, like, I don't get how some people can claim to be a good person and then say this shit, right? I guess is what really comes down to. I just don't understand. You can't have the moral high ground and still say things like that. This actually looks kind of cute. Like, hey, guess what? If you tell somebody to go off themselves, or you hope that their, like, family offs themselves, you're just as bad, if not worse, most of the time. Why'd I make it face this way? I don't like that, actually. We're gonna turn the whole house, just because you. Boop, boop. But yeah, that's my biggest rant. I think that again, some of these things are a little bit on the funnier side. Some of the things are a little bit more serious, and I think that's one of the more serious ones. I think we had to get a Watho-therious moment. Watho-therious. How do I want the house to be, like, the little shit to be shaped? Do we want to look at a normal house? I feel like, are we being boring? I feel like we should be a little boring. I feel like we want a cute little starter home. I'm thinking, pull up the roof. Do we want just basic cobblestone roofing? I kind of want, and this is not going to be worth the walk, I want to go see if I can find dark oak. I swear there was some near here. Let's go for a little trip. It's going to get dark soon, but let's go for a little trip. I feel like we just saw it. Okay, so, are you ready for the funnier? I feel like we need to mix it up. I think the rest of them are kind of funny. I feel like the rest of them are a little bit on the funnier side. Okay, that's a jungle. We're gonna sleep. We're gonna sleep before we go. That's jungle. So we're already, like, not moving in the right direction, but we're getting there. Okay, step in the right direction. Again, I guess step in the wrong direction? I don't know. It's a step. I hit W. I hope when I clean my computer it ends up better. Okay. I actually need to tab out for this, and this is gonna crash Minecraft again. Don't stress about it. It's already crashing. I gotta go to the bathroom. Should I go to the bathroom now? I think I'm gonna go to the bathroom now. We got like an hour left in stream. I don't think I'm gonna make it. We're gonna turn this on. We're gonna go to the bathroom. I'll be back. Discuss amongst yourselves the question for the day. What constitutes a sandwich? What define sandwich? And list some of your more controversial takes. what is a sandwich? Because that's our next topic. And I know that's not really a rant, but like, we're gonna go with it. Also, it's cold. It's June and it's cold. We're gonna start there actually while I'm pulling up the image that we need. What are your ACs set to right now? Like, I know realistically that like the whole planet could be watching this right now. They're not, but like they could be. And like you probably don't all need it. Right now it is about 90 degrees where I live, which I mean right now it's probably lower than that because the sun's going down and shit. But like today it's like 90 degrees, which is like, you know, whatever. My AC's on. And I feel like the perfect AC temperature is like, I don't know, 75? I think 75 is a good temperature for indoor. Keep in mind that it doesn't actually feel 75. Like, it says 75 and it is 75, but it feels lower, okay? I feel like 75 is probably it's a good, like, starting point. A good number. My roommate likes it freezing, guys. They went on like 65. I'm so cold. I run too cold for this shit. I run too cold. I'm a frosty girl. Okay? I need warm. I love summer. I love feeling the heat, okay? I get you want the inside to be colder than the outside. It is cold, okay? At 75. It says 75 on the thermometer. Doesn't mean it's actually 75 in the house. It's wrong, okay? It feels colder. It feels like 70-ish. And like that's a good temperature. I don't want to walk into my full ice box. I want to feel the summer heat on my skin. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm controversial. And really it also just doesn't come down to just that. It also comes down to I'm the one who has to help pay for it. Like I have to pay for this too. The alignment chart. That's what we were trying to switch to. We're gonna look at this chart and we're gonna discuss. Okay, first we're gonna read it and then we're gonna switch back to Minecraft and we're gonna discuss. But I need to go into studio mode, make sure that it's not showing anything weird. I did not alt that really well. Don't mind the way that my scene looks. It's fine. Okay. We'll switch back to editor mode. What's it gonna do? My eyeliner looks a little weird. And I said editor mode. Take me out of studio mode. There you go. Oh, yeah, look, it switched it. The sandwich alignment chart. what is a sandwich? Define it. What are we feeling? What, when you look at this chart, what are your opinions and thoughts? We're gonna read it out. I know it may not be the easiest thing to read. I have to lean in a little bit to read it. So we have ingredient purist. A sandwich must have a classic sandwich shape, 2 pieces of bread, baked / baked product with toppings in between. Feels right. Hardline traditionalist. A BLT is a sandwich. Okay, it's got the baked ingredients. It's got the like, you know, lettuce, tomato. It's got the bread. Okay, whatever. A structural neutral, okay, means that the container must be on either side. Hang on. The container must be on either side of the toppings, but not necessarily 2 separate pieces. We're talking about a slider, okay, or a sub, where like it's smooshed together on the one edge, like it's one piece of bread cut open, and like that, I can see that being a sandwich. Okay, so far both those things in my mind are a sandwich. Okay, then we're getting to structural rebel, structure rebel, blah, 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 okay, where a wrap is a sandwich. In my brain, a wrap is a sandwich. Okay, we're like it can contain any food. Hang on, I can't read. It can contain any food enveloped in any way, be a containing of food. Okay, a chicken wrap is in my brain. A chicken wrap's a sandwich. Okay, so BLT sandwich, sub sandwich, chicken wrap sandwich. Okay, so far so good. Then we get to ingredients neutral. Can contain a broader scope of savory ingredients. A chip buddy is a sandwich. So it looks like they're talking about like butter and I can't tell, butter and chips. I don't know. I put chips on my sandwiches. That looks like a sandwich to me. It could contain. I think that anything you put in between 2 pieces of bread is a sandwich. But if you say that, and you say that like if it's bread, if it has bread, it's a sandwich in my mind. If it has any sort of bread, it's a sandwich. Okay, bread, ingredients, bread, and sandwich. Okay, but if I say that, is a hot dog a sandwich? Now we're hitting the iffy lines, right? Because would I consider a hot dog a sandwich on a normal day? No. But if we're considering my definition of sandwich, bread, fillings, bread, and the bread can connect, like that's fine. Like I've got a sub sandwich. Why is a hot dog not a sandwich? Now you may be thinking to yourself, Jasmine, you don't put like lettuce and stuff on there's nothing. But we said that it didn't need to have that kind of stuff because it's chips and peanut butter, I think is what the other sandwich is. That doesn't have any vegetables, but we still called that a sandwich. And on top of that, I do put stuff on my I put onions on my onions on my hot dog. And sometimes I know a lot of people who don't put vegetables on their sandwiches, like my niece and nephew. They just eat cheese and bologna most of the time, okay? That's still a sandwich. So, if we're going off that guidelines that I have established for us, a hot dog is a sandwich. Did I take the Percy has to pee off? I did, okay. Not going anywhere. We're still here. A hot dog is a sandwich. A hot dog is, I'm going with it. A hot dog is a sandwich. We're marking it. Sandwich, okay. Now, we're moving a little bit more into controversial. I said a chicken wrap was a sandwich. Does that make a burrito a sandwich? Technically, yes. I don't want to be the person to say it. I get that. Technically, yes. Because really, what's the difference between a chicken wrap and a burrito? Tell me. You put the stuff in there, right? You put the stuff in there, and you. I guess for me, I still consider a wrap a sandwich because it's got traditional sandwich stuff in it. And honestly, a wrap kind of like is moving out of the realm of sandwich, okay? I'm still like kind of considering a sandwich because of the ingredients, right? But like the thing is like really the only difference in ingredients is that you put sour cream and salsa on a burrito and it's beef instead of chicken. So if we're gonna be, and I mean it's seasoned too, like really well seasoned. if we're in beans, I forgot beans, I usually go in burrito, but if we're going off of that, if we're saying a wrap is a sandwich, then we have to say a burrito is a sandwich. We can't go off mark. I think so far we have classified every single thing on this chart as a sandwich, and I don't think we're stopping anytime soon. I'll wipe my nose, hang on, it itches. Next thing. Now this feels really, ice cream between waffles is a sandwich. Yeah. It's called an ice cream sandwich. They exist. I don't feel like we need to go into that. Structurally, that's a sandwich. Ingredients, it's you know, it goes in the ingredient rebels category. But I still like that's a sandwich, right? Like I feel like I'm not going out of pocket. People like as far as the debate goes, that's a sandwich, okay? Then we get to the next one. An ice cream taco is a sandwich. We said a burrito was a sandwich. And a burrito is just an undone taco. So really, let's just forget the ice cream thing. Because we already said that you put ice cream in between two pieces of bread, that's a sandwich. It's an ice cream sandwich, okay? Ice cream taco, though. We'd have to first decide, is a taco a sandwich? And again, we're going off of my previously established bread filling bread sandwich. Technically, taco's a sandwich. I don't make the rules. I'm making the rules here. So if we're going off of that, and we just change the tacos like innards into ice cream, which we already established was fine for an ice cream sandwich, who are we to decide that an ice cream taco isn't a sandwich? I'm marking it. It's a sandwich, okay? Pop-Tart a sandwich. No! No, it's not. No, you can't convince me because I said bread, like bread. I'm losing my train of thought. I said bread filling bread, not bread filled with filling. That's a pastry, okay? Two different things, okay? Because listen, I said it's fine if it's attached on one side, but then, no, hang on, because I said a burrito could be, and I think I'm looking at that picture of a burrito. Maybe that's what takes burrito out of the running. Maybe that's what changes the burrito, because when you make a burrito, traditionally, you'll wrap up one of the ends. Traditionally, you wrap that shit up, you fold it, right? And you put the two ends in, it's one big, like, it's a folded on all ends. And if we're folding it on all ends, you don't usually do that with a wrap. If we're folding it on ends, I think it stops being a sandwich. So I think we're changing the ruling. Burritos are no longer sandwiches. Tacos are still sandwiches. Burritos are no longer sandwiches. And if we're saying that, then Pop-Tarts don't get to be sandwiches either. Pop-Tarts don't get to be sandwiches. I'm taking that. I'm not allowing that. Not in my Christian Minecraft server. Tacos don't get to be sandwiches. Tacos do get to... Listen, tacos are sandwiches. Pop-Tarts aren't. Pop-Tarts not sandwich. Pop-Tarts not sandwich. Pop-Tarts not sandwich. That is all. That is all. I don't really have anything else to add on that. I think I just spent 15 minutes listing off sandwich hierarchy, but I feel like it was an important thing to discuss. I have to reopen Minecraft now, and we all know that that's 3 times this stream Minecraft's trashed. It's fine. Like, what's the worst? We're gonna switch over to the Minecraft scene so I don't have to quit clicking out. I have to clear my nose. Hopefully, when I clean my PC this weekend, it'll stop doing this shit. Ugh, my back hurts, my body hurts, it's almost 9 o'clock. I think we have to call it at 9, guys, because I do need to go to bed. I do have work in the morning. Work's been good. I think I talked about it a little bit last week, but work's been alright. I really enjoy it. I haven't talked too much about it with you guys. Hey, we need to get off the sandwich alignment chart. Actually, thanks. It's preparing to open. While that's happening, we'll go ahead and go to the next thing that's got me mad, which is I made a list of things that have been stolen from me. Which is bullshit. I I'm like, this is stuff that I still think about to this day and go, you know what? Fuck them for stealing these things, okay? There's 4 things on this list. There's definitely been more things that have been stolen from me. And nothing on this list is like serious. Like, it's nothing worth a whole lot. But it was worth a lot to me. And it was stolen. So we're gonna talk about them, okay? So the first thing, I had this book. It's my favorite book, Percy Jackson and the Olympians. Percy Jackson and the Olympians. I was probably like 9th grade at this point. It was a brand new book, and I loved it. And I was showing it off to my friends, and I'm like, look at this book, I love it, I just finished it, I want other people to read it. Who wants to read my book? And this one girl, who, you know, I was kind of tight with, okay, was like, I want to read that book, I haven't read it before, I heard it's really good. And I'm like, that's good, please read it. And she's like, can I borrow it? And I'm like, yes, of course, I have no problems lending out my books, okay? I'm a very trusting person. And I give this girl my book, and I never seen it again. You know what happened from that point on? If anyone in this, I'm a little crazy, but if anyone borrows a book from me, they now have to sign a piece of paper saying they took it, okay? And it just got proven again that I need to do it, because I just lent it to a book that I really loved to a family member. We were exploring, right? Yeah, we were looking for dark oak to make the roof. Right? Yeah. Give it a second to catch up on your guys' and it's gonna be a little laggy. It's a little laggy for me too, so you're not like missing out on a whole lot. I hear a zombie. Oh. We're losing control. Somebody get a hold of mission control. Where is the zombie? I'm scared. I swear we just saw a dark oak forest. It cannot be that far. Like, maybe just, like, right over there, right? That feels right. We're gonna go this way and hope for the best. Okay, so, I, to this day, make people sign out, and I recently didn't make somebody do that because they're a family member, and I was just like, yeah, like, of course you can borrow my book, like, it's no big deal. And their dog ate it, and they waited until now to tell me, because at first they were trying to insist up and down that they didn't borrow it from me. And that's what happened to the girl with the book. She was insisting over and over again that she never borrowed a book from me, and she had no idea what I was talking about, and that she didn't even know what Percy Jackson was. I remember, Maddie. I remember when you stole my book. I'm gonna hold that shit. I'm gonna go to your funeral and write a little note and post it to your grave saying that you stole my fucking Percy Jackson book in the fucking 8th, 9th grade. Something like that, okay? I remember it. They also stole one of Josie's books. Because we don't learn from each other's mistakes, only our own. And she lent, that's gonna hurt. The lag really got me there. She lent them a book soon after, which was a really good book, and I kind of want to reread that series again. It's the Michaela Lane series. If you're under the age of 18, don't touch it. I was way too young to be reading that book. It is very, very sexual. A little too sexual for the age group that I was in at the time. And, like, they just let us read it. I know for a fact, like, it's kind of a popular book series, and I know for a fact that at least my English teacher, who was an avid bookworm, knew what that book was about, and she was just like, see no evil, hear no evil, babes. As long as you don't tell me what you're reading, it's not my business. And honestly, I love that for her. What an unproblematic queen. I still long to be like Tanya. That was my English teacher's name. And a full first name her on stream. I still long to be like Tanya. She was so unproblematic. Loved her. Babysat her kids for a while. Very close-knit group, me and my English teacher. But yeah, I remember that. I hold it. I hold grudges, Maddie. Coming for you. One day. Actually, another person might have stolen Josie's book. But like, hello, dog. Hello, dog. I'm not ready for you yet, dog. But just know, you're in my heart. Another person might have stolen Josie's book. But I still think it was both that person. I still think Maddie stole both books. Can't change my mind. I remember going over to their house and seeing the book. And was just like, you know what? It's not worth the friendship. It was worth the friendship, younger Jasmine. You should have just let that shit burn. I was too nice as a kid. I let people get away with too much shit. I wish I could go back in time and not to be my younger self, but just to like scold my younger self. Like, I just stay at home and be like, okay, hey Jasmine, what did you do today? Oh, you know, somebody knocked my food out of my hands, and I apologize for getting in their way. You're a fucking little bitch is what you are. That would be me. That's me scolding my younger self. Need to grow a pair. Start standing up for myself. If I don't start doing it over little things, I'm gonna start exploding over little things down the line, okay? Needed to grow up a bit. Here I am now, unable to keep my fucking mouth shut. That's what we learned. But yeah, that was one thing. Another thing is that, okay, this is dumb. I'm gonna be very blunt and say that this next thing might put me in some weird circles on Twitch. Tails were really in my school for a minute there, and I'm talking about literal tails. Like you would buy a tail and you'd wear a tail. You'd wear a tail to school. Now I didn't participate in that. That's weird. I mean, not weird. Kids are allowed to express themselves however they want, and if that's how they feel comfortable and how they wanna, you know, be a kid, that's how. And you know, adults too. If that's what you wanna do, that's what you wanna do. I wasn't into it. I thought it was a little funny, but that's kind of it. Guys, it's just one dark oak. I thought there was some right over here, but now I'm in a jungle. I wasn't super into it, but I did think it was kind of funny, and Josie and I went to the carnival, and we saw these tails, like, not for sale, but like, you could win a tail, right? And I was like, fuck yeah, okay. And I got the tail. And we were just gonna wear it around the carnival for funsies, okay? Because why fucking not? Everybody else is doing it. Why can't I wear a tail? So I get a tail and I put it on and I wear it around the carnival. But when I was at the carnival, it fell off because it was like clipped to my belt loop. And we rode on this roller coaster with this girl who we knew. Not a roller coaster, but like a carnival ride with this girl we knew. And the tail fell off, and I didn't notice, and I thought about it later, and I was like, it probably fell off right there. And Josie was like, oh, I saw it fall off, I thought you grabbed it. And I'm like, no, I didn't grab it, dang, like, too bad, whatever. We weren't really planning on wearing it around anyway, like, it's fine. A week later, I see this girl wearing my tail! She stole my tail! And really, I don't care about the tail. It was just a dumb little stunt. Like, I didn't mean anything to me. But somebody stole it, and that hurts. Like, I trusted this kid, and they stole my tail. I'm like Eeyore. I'm losing my tail, and people keep taking it. I feel sad, and betrayed, and hurt. And other words for betrayed. You know, the vibe. Moving on, I also, I have, you guys can see them right now, I bet. Hang on. It's gonna crash Minecraft. Fuck, I forgot about that. Go to Big Sal. These things. Hang on. Scoot over. I forgot that I wasn't allowed to close the tab. Just keep scooting. Come on, stop lagging and scoot. I wonder how it looks for you guys now, because sometimes it just takes a second to catch up for me. Come on. Why won't you scoot? I'm trying to show you guys, but I don't think it's gonna let me. Back to Minecraft mode. Yeah, it's not gonna let me. You can kind of see one right now. I've got these little Joker and Batman figurines, and I bought them from the store when I was decorating my bedroom for the first time. Minecraft did crash. I love my life. I bought them from the store when I was decorating my own room for the first time, okay? And it's just these little, like, they're pop heads, I think they're called, pop figurines, whatever. I got these little pop figurines, and it's just Batman and Joker. It's nothing super special. I got them, I put them in my room, and I forgot they existed, if I'm being honest with you, because they just were like decorations. I have a bug bite on my shoulder. They were just like decorations. They didn't mean all that much to me. It's like, whatever. But I didn't notice they were gone. And I'm calling Faith out. Because sometimes we need to be called out. I go to Faith's best friend's locker, okay? Because I'm waiting for Faith, and I know that Faith stepped by her locker. I had a question for Faith. So I stop at her locker, and she's like, hey, Jasmine, what's up? And I'm like, nah, what's up with you? And she opens her locker, and inside I see a Joker figurine. And I look at it for a second, and I'm like, where'd you get that? And she goes, Faith gave it to me. Isn't it cute? Evil Jasmine mode activated. Faith gave it to you, huh? Yeah, Faith gave it to me. That's interesting. Faith walks over. Hey, Faith! Where'd you get the money for that? Ooh. Where did you get it, Faith? I bought it. Bet money right now, Faith, Julian. I will go home right now, and if it's not in the spot that it's supposed to be, you and I are going rounds in the parking lot, girl. And her best friend, bless her heart. Kinda. I'm lost. Right? This way, maybe? Bless her heart. She goes, Faith, did you take this from your sister? And Faith goes, no, I would never do that. And she goes, hey, Gab, welcome back. We're talking about things that I've had stolen from me in my childhood days. And she goes, Faith, did you steal that from your sister? And Faith goes, no, I would never do that. And she goes, Faith, be honest, because you and I both know that you don't have the money for this kind of stuff. Like, these things come for like $12 a pop, right? And Faith's like, no, I didn't. And her friend's like, Jasmine, take it. And I'm like, for real? And she's like, yeah. And the other one's in Faith's locker. And I'm like, oh, is it now? You got 2 of them, huh? With what money, Faith? And she's like, I didn't steal them, Jasmine. I would never do that. Stole everything from me, and none of my clothes or anything ever fit. Isn't it the worst? My sister did fit in most of my stuff, so and I would give her clothes. Like, I got no clothes mean nothing to me. I get everything I have from the thrift store. It's very rare that I buy like new clothes, and usually it's like merch. And even then, I'd rather just get it off like, you know, the thrift store. But you know, sometimes you don't have that option if you want to have like the merch from the tours and stuff like that. But yeah, my sister stole a lot of things. Any chance she got. They stole $10 from me one time and went and got a bunch of Coke. Like, the soda, not the drug. And I had, like, couldn't prove that they took it from me, though. So, I didn't get that back. But, yeah. She takes these pop figurines and tries to pass it off. I went into her room weekly and took everything back. Imagine. We shared a room. So, up until this point. This is when we stopped sharing. But, yeah. Her friend's like, here, Jasmine, the other one's in her locker. I open up her locker because I have her locker comm. The dummy trying to hide the evidence. Guys, I'm lost. Oh, wait, though, there's my house right there. I'm bad at being lost. I'm bad at being lost. I'm like, dang, dummy, I know her locker combination. I get her locker all the time. She asks me to go into her locker all the time to get things for her. Because she stayed home sick a lot because she's got asthma. So she'd be like, can you go into my locker and get this for me, and then like, or put this in my locker for me, or like stuff like that all the time. So did she think I wasn't gonna notice that she stole 2 of my pop figurines and put one in her locker? The dummy. Dumb. Bad choices. We did not find the wood. Let's try going this way. I want dark oak for the roof. And I know it's just a shed, and then it doesn't really matter, but I want it. So I'm gonna get it, because I get the things I want sometimes. You just have to work for it. But yeah, her friend gave me back the pop figurine that I have to write coordinates down in this game. I never find my home. I should be. I don't have paper right now. So I just have to use my noggin. I could also just put it, lag. I could also just put it in chat, but I don't wanna. Feels cheaty. Place the boat, there we go. Any hoozles. So, last thing that I'm gonna talk about that I got stolen as a kid was I was really into Pokemon for a minute there, okay? I had this neighbor, I moved into my grandma's house for a while, and there's this kid that lived next door, and he was really into Pokemon, and I wanted a friend, so I got really into Pokemon. I got really into Pokemon, okay? I think I had almost every card at that point. Like, there's a whole lot. I think it's like the numbers have doubled or like tripled since then, but I had like a lot of Pokemon. I'm talking like probably 240 Pokemon cards, not even duplicates. Like, not counting duplicates, I think I had like 240 or something. Like, it was a crazy number of Pokemon cards, okay? And, you know, to now standards, keep in mind, I was a broke kid, okay? And I had this many cards. it's nothing compared to now. Standards people have a lot more. But, like, back then, I was the G. We had gym leaders at the local elementary schools. I was gym leader at my local elementary school. And that's a weird flex. But it's my flex. I had a lot of Pokemon cards. And then, soon after I moved in, Yu-Gi-Oh! Was my card of choice as a child. I didn't get Yu-Gi-Oh! Wait, is that Dark Oak? No. No, it's the dumbass trees. Hey, a village. Don't get distracted. We must be strong. My brother liked it, so I naturally had to, too. That's kind of what happened to Kessie. Kessie's really into Pokemon now because of me. I take full credit. Full fucking credit. She can come in the chat right now and say I'm wrong, and I'll prove her that I'm right, okay? Because I was the Pokemon nerd, okay? I had like 240 cards. 240 cards that I kept in separate tins in a big box, okay? And soon after I moved into my grandma's house, my cousin moved into the house with us, okay? And he didn't live there very long, but he did live there for a second. And then after he moved in, he lived there for a little while. Him and I bickered a lot. He really liked my Pokemon cards. He wanted me to give them to him. I kept on saying, no, they're mine. Like, we can play together. I got no problem sharing. But he was not... He sucked. I still don't like that guy, okay? He's my biological cousin. I still got a problem with him, okay? He moved out soon after. He was not in the house for very long. And he stole my entire box of Pokemon cards. Took it with him when he moved out. Because he moved out while I was at school. And he went into my room and he stole the box. And just took it. And I insisted up and down for years that he took those Pokemon cards. And everybody's like, we have no, like his dad and his mom were like, we checked his room. We can't find them. We don't know what you're talking about. And my mom and dad were like, Jasmine, drop it. Like, he didn't take them. You probably, like, left them at school or something, and somebody there took them. And I was like, no, listen. I know for a fucking fact he did. I know. And nobody believed me. Nobody believed me. And then I went over to his house, okay? We were adults at this point. My dad was living with his dad, and he was still living with his dad. No jabs there. And we're hanging out, and we're kind of chilling, and I'm not, you know, like I said, I don't like him very much, but, you know, he's still my cousin, so we are civil, okay? And we're in his room hanging out for a second, because we don't want to hang out with the old people. And he goes, Jasmine, can I tell you something? And I'm like, what's up, dude? And he's like, do you remember when your Pokemon cards went missing? And I'm like, yes. And he's like, come over here for a second. And I'm like, no fucking shit. And he opens his closet. And keep in mind, I had been at this point probably like fucking 10 years. Okay? And he opens his closet and he goes, here you go. And he shows me the box with all the tins. And what's not in the tins? The Pokemon cards. He said, I gave all the Pokemon cards away, but I kept the tins. And I'm like, why? Why would you do this? And he's like, for this very fucking moment. He saved the tins! He saved the tins just so that one day he could tell me he stole the cards. And prove it. And I'm like, how did you get away with this? Like, people, like, your dad said that he searched your room. Your mom said that she searched your room. And he's like, Jasmine, the best part, they knew. And I'm like, what? And they're like, they did come into my room and they did search. And they found the cards. And I just said that they were mine and that you stole them from me. And they believed me. Because you're their son. Because I'm their son. He is evil. He's literally evil. That's some vindictive. We were adults. We were adults! And he still was just like, I was waiting for the day. And he said his exact words was he was waiting for the day that he didn't have any more. Because he was giving them away and he was selling them to people. So he's waiting for the day he didn't have any more to give away before he told me that he did it. I didn't do anything to this man. I asked. I said, why? And he said, his exact words was because, he said, this is gonna crack people up. He said, because you wouldn't let me date your friend. I haven't. Since then, I haven't. Because he did, I remember that exact situation when he brought it up. Because he wanted to date my friend. And I said, you can't date her. And he said, why? And I said, because she's my friend. We're like 8. We're like 8. And I said, you couldn't date my friend because she's my friend. Like, I was actually going to be able to do anything to stop him in the long run, right? But he heard that, and he was like, I need to form a long-term revenge plan against this woman right now. Not even woman, this small child. He's like 9, so this younger girl, my little cousin, he really held on to that for a whole decade. He did! To be honest, I'm sure that he stopped caring about why he was doing it at a certain point and started doing it just because he could. Because he had already started. I'm sure he stopped caring soon after, like, why he was mad at me, and just decided to hang on to them and keep doing it anyway. Because that's some shit that I would do. Like, I could see myself forming a large, elaborate revenge plan, and then no longer being mad about the situation, but still fulfilling my destiny as a revenge deliverer. Okay. He's evil. He's evil. I'm evil too, though, so we can't judge too much. Place the boat! There we go. I'm upset about that. But yeah, those are the big things that I've had stolen from me, from a child. Now, hello? What is that noise? I don't know that noise. We're gonna keep going. I want to get out of the boat to see, though. It could just be the music. It just seems significantly louder than the music. I have to burp. Hot. Okay. I don't know. Maybe I'm confused. Next things that made me mad. Oh, the things that make me mad are times I got in trouble at school as a kid. And by God, do I hold grudges, because I still remember every single one of these situations, and I still bring them up to this day. If I see anybody involved, hey, bud, welcome. It's been a second since we've seen you. So, I get in trouble. We're gonna go way back to the beginning, okay? This is the first time, and I swear on it, the first time I got in trouble in school, okay? I was goody two-shoes. I loved school. I loved going to school. I loved learning new things, and I liked listening to my teachers because they gave me positive attention. Okay, goody two-shoes. I acknowledge that. I do stream kind of late. I've been working on it because on weekends I started streaming earlier. But then, you know, the people I'd stream with a group on Sundays and they could no longer do the early streams. It's 3 a.m. I'm sorry. I hope you get some rest. But yeah, the people I stream with on Sundays, Ren, Cassie, and HP, they kind of can't do early streams, especially Ren, because they work on Sundays now. And then I don't stream on Saturdays usually anymore. I'm going to stream this Saturday, though. We're going to do a horror game and chill night, I'm thinking. Mies thinks we're doing a horror game and chill night on Saturday. Just because I've been missing. I ordered some vape stuff 2 days ago now. Oh, cool. I don't vape. I used to. I used to vape, but I decided I cared about my physical health. I'm kidding. I'm not kidding, but like to each their own. Did I pass my house? I feel like I would have stopped here. Okay, anyway. So, way back in the beginning, me, goody two-shoes, made it all the way to 2nd grade without getting in any serious trouble, okay? Say this with pride. Made 2nd grade without getting— Whoa! I say little. I paid like $162 for a new RDA. That's a lot of money to spend on vape. That's another thing. That's why I don't get into addictions, okay? It's not really for my health. It's because I don't want to pay for it. That's a lot of fucking money. It's not about me. It's about my wallet. Yeah, when I did vape, I did no nicks, so I get that. Felt. Guys, I feel like I live here. Right? Maybe? Whoa! Yeah, probably. Sure. But okay, so second grade. Made it to second grade without getting in trouble. Made it to second grade without being problematic, okay? Then one day, I'm in class, and these people are talking at my table, and I, like, kinda... Do I live here? I kind of am tuning in every once in a while, okay? We're supposed to be being quiet, the teacher's talking, but I don't know, I was feeling rebellious that day, I guess. Felt like stepping out of my comfort zone. Guys, where's my house? I'm lost. I done fucked up. I should have looked at the coordinates like Gabrielle said. I should have listened. I don't listen though. I don't know how. Now I'm lost and I'm sad. Whatever. We'll figure it out. So, I made it second grade without being problematic, and then I'm sitting at this table group, and we're supposed to be being quiet, but I decide I'm a rebel today. And I don't really talk, but I occasionally do toss in, like, a word or two to their conversation. And because of that, we have this card system. I am very against card systems, by the way. I don't think they're used anymore, but I think they were really bad for kids with anxiety like me, okay? Because we had this card system, and my card got flipped for the first time in my whole life. And only time, it never happened again. My card got flipped. From green to yellow. The fucking audacity! The audacity! A yellow card! Me! The perfect little angel! How dare they? I cried. I bawled my eyes out. I cried so hard, and you know what my teacher's solution was? You know what my teacher's solution was? Send me out in the hallway. She goes, go out in the hallway until you're ready to calm down. And I do. Because like I said, good noodle here, okay? Good noodle McGee. That's me. I went out in the hallway, and I cried. And one of my classmates got a bathroom pass, okay? And her and I, we weren't tight, okay? I barely spoke to this girl. I wasn't her biggest fan. She was what we would call one of the bad kids, okay? Because her card was always on yellow. She came in the morning, her card on yellow most days. And sometimes it'd get flipped to red, and she'd have to go to the office. Like, she was a bad kid, right? That's the agenda my teacher was trying to pass on to a bunch of 7-year-olds, okay? Ostracize your classmates, friends. Remember, you don't want to get attached to that. They're bad noodles, okay? Full SpongeBob moment. So, I don't usually talk to this girl, but she gets a bathroom pass, and she comes out in the hallway, and she sits next to me. And she just kind of, like, sits next to me, and she tells me that everything's gonna be okay, and she holds my hand, and she's like, you know, my card gets flipped to yellow all the time, Jasmine, and I'm okay, like, you got this. And from that day on, I was like, you are now my best friend. We didn't actually become best friends, but in my brain, her and I were tight. Like, we were forever. I'm spinning. This way. I feel like if we went this way, if we came from this direction, I probably would have noticed that, right? Like, there's no way in hell I just swim past this. You guys see that drown just hanging out above water? He disappears. You acknowledged me. How dare. Let me in. I want to explore. We like treasure. Hang on, let me in. That was the first time I got in trouble in school. Still pissed about it. Still pissed about it. Because I really shouldn't. I feel like, you know, she encouraged me all the time to come out of my shell and interact with my classmates because I wasn't very good at it. And the one time I do, I get in trouble. Like, what the fuck? No one listens. But yeah, that's the first. But it was not the last, because guess who ends up being a little bit problematic? The older they get. Not me. Most of this stuff was bullshit. The next time I can think of is when me and a friend were walking home from school. I really don't know how to get home. Me and a friend were walking home from school. Okay? Average day. Walking home. We run into one of our classmates, okay? And there's this ice cream, like, pop-up stand that's selling ice cream outside the school. And we don't have any money. So we know that this guy has money, and we're like 10, so we don't have boundaries yet. And he is like a classmate, and like we hang out sometimes. So we go up to him, and we're like, hey, can I have $1 to buy ice cream? And he's like, no, you cannot have $1 to buy ice cream. And I go, okay, like that's fair. I wouldn't give me money either, you know? I go, okay, that's fair. Keep in mind, we are at this point off school. Ooh, we're drowning. Ooh, get in the boat. We are at this point off school grounds. And in my, I go like, yeah, okay, like that's fair. I wouldn't give me money either. So I'm not like upset with them about like not giving me money. My friend, on the other hand, has made it their personal mission to get this money. Their solution to being told no, and I was not friends with this person after this point. I feel like that's important to know. Their reaction to being told no is to punch the guy in the face. I don't know where that came from. I don't know why that came out of what left field. All of a sudden, it's robbery. All of a sudden, I'm an accessory to a crime. Alright? What do I do in this situation? What does 9-year-old Jasmine do seeing this go down? I run away. I wasn't feeling really hero-y yet. You gotta give me a couple more years to develop my backstory before I start jumping into phrase like that. I run away. And she runs with me. And we don't talk about it again. Because I'm 9, 10, max. I don't fucking know. I don't know how to be a good person yet. I'm learning. I'm developing. I'm building from the ground, okay? I'm building from the ground. I don't have any good role models. Give me a second, okay? But I do kind of stop hanging out with this person. The next day at school, I get called to the office. And I'm like, what the fuck? I'm never called to the office. Guys, when we were off school grounds, the principal saw this situation go down. The guy who got punched said that I told the person to punch him. I didn't. I didn't do that. That's not me. That's not some shit I'd pull off. That sounds mean. And I'm not mean. I'm not a hero, but I'm not mean. Okay? He says that I told the person to punch him. And then that person listened and punched him. And like, that's not really what happened, but at the same time, I was like there and I didn't do anything about it. And the principal saw him get punched. So I got in-school suspension. For eliciting violence. I got in-school suspension for eliciting. I can't talk. I told somebody to punch somebody else and I got in-school suspension, but I didn't actually do it. I feel like that's an important note. I feel like this is where I lived. Guys, we are fucked. Nope. We lived on a shore. Sally sold seashells by the seashore. Let's retrace our steps. Maybe we passed it. Maybe we're done. But yeah, that was a big one. And speaking of getting punched, I had another story. But, let's save the rest of this for another time, I'm thinking, actually, because we hit the 2-hour mark. I actually had shit to talk about for 2 hours, guys. You know how long it's been since Minecraft stream? It's been 2 hours. I actually have had fun. I've enjoyed this. It's been a while. It's been a while. I switched shoulders, I see. Beginning of stream, this was what was happening. But it looks like I decided to change the vibe, but we're moving back. That's gonna be it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed and you haven't already, the follow button's right there, and I'd appreciate you hit it. Best way to support is to share stream with your friends or your favorite parts with your friends. Word of mouth is the best way of spreading things around, of course. Hot. Lost my brain. I got lots of socials down below if you're missing me when I'm not live. You check out my TikTok, YouTube, Instagram. Hopefully we can keep TikTok. We're fighting for TikTok, guys. We're fighting for it. Down with the government. Woo! But yeah. I'll be back Saturday with, I think, Horror Game and Chill Night. Yeah? That sounds fun. So, yeah, I'll catch you guys then. Alright? Have a good one. Bye!